Hey, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Today, I want to talk to you about 5 scripts that can build some confidence and ultimately help you win more business. You know, many years ago, I learned that sales is the ability to ask a series of questions that naturally and automatically lead you and the prospect to a mutually desired end result, a yes or a no. No maybes involved. So again, sales is the ability to ask a series of questions that naturally and automatically lead you and the prospect to a mutually desired end result, a yes or a no. So my question for you is, do you have enough sales confidence, enough sales scripts and dialogues, so in the moment of truth, you know what to say? You've heard me say before that knowledge equals confidence and ignorance equals fear. When I know what to say, I'm more likely to take action, more likely to ask for the order, more likely to ask for the appointment, more likely to go engage with the prospect. But when I don't know what to say, suddenly doing paperwork or going to the bathroom or finding something to eat is a far better use of my time. Knowledge equals confidence and ignorance equals fear. Today, I want to give you 5 sales dialogues, 5 scripts, not in any order of importance, and some of them go together and some of them don't. But the point is to simply add them into your sales toolbox. So the next time you're out with a prospect, you know what to say and you get one step closer to that yes. So let's take a look at 5 that you can add in right away. Number 1 is, what's important to you in the agent you choose to represent you? What's important to you in the agent you choose to represent you? Now, I love that question because it's a value elicitation. I'm trying to discover what are their values as it relates to choosing an agent to represent them in a purchase or in selling their home. Wouldn't it be great if you could just ask the client, hey, how would you like me to sell and influence you? Well, you can't ask that, but you can ask, look, you've met lots of agents, you've been online. Now that you know what's important to you in the agent you choose to represent you. Well, gosh, Tom, we're looking for someone that's going to do a lot of marketing, have lots of communication, get us the highest possible net proceeds at the lowest possible cost and the shortest amount of time. If they tell me all that, now I can custom make my presentation to feed into their criteria, giving them exactly what they want and ultimately win the yes. So that's a very powerful question, and I hope you add it in. Let's look at number 2. If there was an advantage in time, money, and marketing exposure, would it be worth just 15 minutes of your time for us to get together and learn more about that? If there was an advantage in time, money, and marketing exposure, or better yet, any one of the criteria they shared above, you can use that criteria and alter this. If there was an advantage in time, money, marketing, would it be worth just 15 minutes of your time for us to get together? Very, very simple yet effective script that the vast majority of people just simply aren't thinking about. I'm thinking about what's important to the client, and if I can deliver that to you in 15 minutes, would it be worth it? Now, where does that work? What if I've already found out that they're meeting with another agent? And I say, well, if there was an advantage to get a second opinion that could cause you to save time, make more money, and get greater marketing exposure, would it be worth 15 minutes of your time? They're going to say yes. They're going to be open to that possibility. So that's a very important script that should be in your sales toolbox. Look at number 3. You've heard me talk about this before. If the home's not selling, then it's not compelling to the buyers in today's market. If the home's not selling, it means it's not compelling to the buyers in today's market. And if you remember that presentation I did on the Tom Ferry Show, we talked about, you articulating in your marketplace, what are the 3 to 4 types of properties that are compelling? Is it just price? Remember, if you lead with just price, that seller potentially is going to be a little bit nervous, right? Oh, you just want to lower the price. So I would say, finish with price at the end or make that the bow that wraps them all together. The properties that are compelling are opportunity properties. Zoned R2 lot with a single old house on it. That's an opportunity for a builder, as an example. It could be prime location, near a school, near the freeways, whatever it may be, near the subways, prime location. You know your market. You know what makes a property compelling. And then, of course, you can wrap price at the end. So that's another great script you should be using all the time. Number 4, have you had any thoughts of selling, and do you know anyone who's had any thoughts of selling? This great script, our wonderful client Tim Smith, and now tens of thousands of clients all over the world, they're using these questions as a simple way as you're out in your day-to-day activities, in line at Starbucks, going to the grocery store, at the dry cleaner, meeting with a friend, like talking to anybody, always being listening focused by saying, hey, I'm just curious, have you guys had any thoughts of selling? Have you guys had any thoughts? Have you guys had any thoughts of selling? Have you guys had any thoughts of selling? It's such an easy no-brainer question. Then you shut up. Have you guys had any thoughts of selling? Well, that's a yes. If they give you the definitive no, we love our house, we're totally great. You and I both know, like you just asked the next question. Well, do you know anybody who's had any thoughts of selling? Well, funny you ask, my brother-in-law's been thinking about it, or they just got pregnant, or they just got divorced, or something just happened. So yeah, there's that opportunity for a referral as well. Those two questions added into your sales toolbox are gonna make you more confident and win you more business. Let's look at the last one, number 5. In the moment of truth, when we're talking pricing on a listing appointment, most agents have one pricing strategy. We believe that there's actually 3, and what we have to do is decide tonight which is the better option for you. So, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, number 1, we can price the property above the comps. We refer to this as trying to find the needle in the haystack. You know, pricing the property really aggressively above fair market value, above the comps, looking for that one buyer who may buy your home. Number 2, we price it right at fair market value, which is what the vast majority of people do. And then for my most savvy clients, we actually create a bidding war by pricing it just below fair market value. We then do all of our marketing and unveil the property to as many agents and buyers as possible, creating a bidding war opportunity for your home. Of those 3 pricing strategies, which is better for you? Very, very powerful. Now, I know as we're going through this, and this is kind of a shorter Tom Ferry show, what I'd love for you to do is a couple things. Number 1, if you're getting value from this, have you subscribed to my channel? If you're watching this on Tom Ferry, yes, I'm actually asking you to go back to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. I would certainly appreciate you doing that. Would you give me some comments on if you've used some of these scripts before? Put it down in the comment section. Let me know, is your sales confidence going up? Are you getting value from these conversations? I hope you are. That's why I'm doing it. So I'd love for you to do that. And then if it really makes sense to you, share this with a friend. Share it with a few of your office mates. There's nothing better. I think back to the early days of my selling career, and myself and Ray Tringali and my brother Matthew and all of us, Richard Kendrick, we all got together and we practiced and we role played and we were constantly using these lines on each other. Even when we were single guys going out and having fun, we would be selling each other all the time. You want to know why? Because knowledge equals confidence and ignorance equals fear. When you know what to say and you're comfortable doing it over and over and over, in the moment of truth, you're ready. And that's what it's all about.